Okay, we are on SB56. Let's take a look at number 1. This is the place where Jose stores his baseball cards, and I have to use these numbers down here to write a formula that represents this to find the volume, right? So volume is length times width times height. So I'm going to go V equals length times width times height. Use that, right? And it doesn't matter what order you put these three numbers in. Now I have to find the volume of the box. I will say 8 times 3 is 24, and 24 times 10 is 240. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Megan's aquarium has a volume of 4,320 cubic inches. Which could be the dimensions of the aquarium? Mark all that apply. So that means there could be possibly more than one answer. So I think we just have to do the actual math and figure it out. Let's take a look at A. 16 times 16. Start with that. 6 times 6, 36. Okay, so we've got 256. Now I'm going to times that by 18, the next number, because I already did those two 16s. Times that by 18. It's 48, 44. It's 20. 0 is my placeholder. 6, 5, and 2. Let's see what we get here. Oh no, that's too big. So I'm looking at these numbers, and this came up too big as the answer. This was 4,608. So before I do more math, let's see which ones could actually work. Because if these numbers are all too big, then I need to make sure that the other numbers are a little smaller to get that answer. Here, I'm having this one is bigger, this one is bigger, this one is smaller. I'm not sure on B. Let's see. Let's do 14 times 18 for B. That's 32 and 11. And then I'd multiply that by 20. Nope, that one doesn't work either. So A and B are definitely out. Let's take a look at C. I'm going to erase my work here because I don't have room to write. Okay. So C says 12 times 15. Start with those two. 0 is my placeholder. I've got 180 and multiply that by 24. 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 is my placeholder. 16, 2, 3. Oh, this works. That's the same. So C works. Great. And let's take a look at this last one. Let's go 20 times 27. I'm going to do that one first. That's 0. That's 14. 0 is my placeholder. 2 times 0 is 0, and 4. So we've got 540, and I'm going to multiply that by 8. And that also works. So C and D are correct. Let's take a look at number 3. Ken keeps paper clips in a box that is the shape of a cube. Each side of the cube is 3 inches. What is the volume of the box? Okay, each side of the cube is 3 inches. So that's 3 inches. That's 3 inches, and that's 3 inches. So we're just going to go 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3, which is 27. And number 4, Tom keeps sticky notes in a box that is the shape of a cube. Each side is 4 inches. So same concept. I'm going to go 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. All right. I'm also going to do SB58 because it's the same as SB57. Okay. We have this waiting pool that is 8,640 cubic inches. Now I have to mark all that could possibly apply. So I'm going to start with A, 24 times 30, 0 as a placeholder, 12, multiply that by 12. Let's see what we get. 0 is a placeholder, that's 0, 2, 7. Up. A works. Great. Let's take a look at B. 27 times 32. 2 times 7 is 14. 5. 0 is a placeholder. 21. 864. Oh, multiplied by 10 definitely works. Becomes 8,640. Just move that 0. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at these numbers. These all work, right? These are around the same range. This one was a little more. This one was a little more. This one was a little less. This number is more. This number is more. And this number is more. These are all a lot more. This one for sure. Look at 30, 37, and 18. Those are too big. I'm not going to do the math on that. I can tell that that's too big. This one, each number is a little bit bigger than the last one. So also, I'm not going to do the math on that. If each number is already bigger, it's going to go over, okay? Erin stores her photos in this box, and I have to make a formula to represent the volume. So volume equals length times width times height. Now I have to find the volume of the box. So I'm going to do 9 times 4, which is 36, and then multiply that by 10, which should be 360. And last but not least, we got to figure out which ones apply, right? So it's got to equal this answer. I'm going to start with A. I'll go 12 times 24. And multiply that by 10. I definitely get the correct answer for A. Let's take a look at B. 12 times 12 equals 144. Multiply that by 20. Perfect. That also works. C, let me see. These are around the same numbers. These are a lot less, but let me do the math to be sure. 12 times 15, 10, that's 6. 0 is a placeholder. Okay, and then I'm going to multiply that by 18. That's 0, 64, 114. 0 is a placeholder. That's a 0, that's an 8, and that's a 1. So I've got 1, 4, 4, 0, and 1, 8, 0, 0. Adding it up. Ran out of room there. Oh, I can already. This is too big. Okay, so that's out. And then the last one, 16 times 20. 12, 2, 3, and if I multiply that by 10, I'm definitely not going to get that, so no. All right, that's it for SB 57 and 58.